Okay, dudes, you know the score. Bolt the door, double lock it so the wife does not come in and see you ordering yet another watch off the Nutnfancy watch show. If you like divers, you'll probably want to add one of these to your collection. Super affordable.
A more modern diver.
Yo, dude, I love the aesthetic on this, and we're going to show you where it comes from, but this is a great dive watch series, super high value. Yes, it is homaging another watch that is very common in the watch world. We'll show you that watch if we can bring it up. I would probably pause the video and just buy at least one piece right now. Off the links below, support the show. Hey, I just rhymed.
Hey,
links below, support the show.
That was clean.
TD's here. Thank you, TD, for joining me. We're going to talk about the Duka. The Duka.
Le Duka.
The Duka diver. This is mine right here. This is his whip sound. He got the blue. I got the black and yellow. Very classic watches.
I didn't know the color that it was, actually. I thought I was getting like a darker green for some reason.
They have the green one, and it's beautiful.
Well, I was thinking like a military green.
No, it's not that.
Yeah,
it's a kind of a brighter green.
Wrong.
Still looks great.
Yeah.
So I got this one. And TD, I didn't know it was homaging anything. I just liked it.
Yeah.
He told me, he's like, dude, that's totally homaging an IWC. Yeah. Show him. An Aquatimer.
The Aquatimer.
Look at that. So that's what it's homaging. Yeah. Look at that. I did not know that. So you're basically getting $100, $130 Aquatimer. But is it as good? That's interesting. Let's just be safe and say no.
I don't know. I mean, you could probably buy a Corolla with this, so I'm gonna.
I like the asymmetric hands. Like that one's yellow, white. That's cool. But the hand shapes are different. They're using a different hand shape.
Shapes, different.
The markers are a little bit different. So there's some differences, but it obviously is taking off on that Aquatimer, which is a great thing. First, I'll say is the colors that I've seen right now. This is all subject to change, all subject to the scamdemic, supply chain problems, and more rioting. But the colors were amazing. I really like that color. I really love your blue, TD. That is beautiful. They also have a green one. We mentioned that.
Yeah.
And in that web link that we'll give you below, they have some different variations. It's going to be the same movement, same mechanicals to a point. They do use different movements on it, but they have different handsets and stuff. Okay, but from my research, I think that the manufacturer of this watch is Haikin, Haiqin. How would you say that?
Haikin.
There it is.
Prince Haikin versus Long Sang.
We're not
35 million peasants killed.
Did you just make that up?
No,
that's pretty funny.
It's a meme about Chinese history because we have insane casualty rates.
So I'll be with TD and he'll spit something out like that, and he's right. Like he'll know this very obscure historical reference. And I'm just like, what? Where'd you pull that out of? Remember that's a cool version. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, the white.
Show them that one. So that's kind of the silver one. Very cool. I'm not going to do a screenshot. We'll just use that. That's good enough to let you know.
Snap my screen protectors.
These have been dove by yours truly. I did ocean test this. I think it was this one. You sent me yours, but I think I went over there with this one. Dove it. I'll tell you right now, did fantastic.
They held up.
Fantastic. I can't say that for every watch that I've dove. Where'd that one go, dude?
Oh, it's over here.
So, and I've been beating this poor little watch up so much. It's getting so much negative press. It is a Morphic M83, and it has failed. It's not an automatic. It was a quartz, and it just totally shit its pants in the Pacific Ocean. So when I came back, I opened up the case because I was going to check on the battery, and because it wasn't running, I was like, oh, the battery died. No, the whole watch died. I will say this one did quite well. Dove one, that's good enough for me. I say it did quite well because a lot of people would consider this a desk diver because it doesn't have a protected crown. It doesn't have a screw-in crown. It's rated to 100 meters. So guys go, oh, that's a desk diver. Well, I didn't go compressed air diving down to 90 feet with this thing. I didn't. I'm too frightened. But in my depth diving to 30 feet, it did fine. Oh. And I've seen, like you saw, watches fail.
Well, once upon a time, a screw-down crown wasn't even a thing. And they managed to make some pretty waterproof stuff out there in the market.
I'll take it if I can get it. Not just for water resistance. I like it for inadvertent time changes. I've had, not this watch, I haven't noticed this at all with the Duka diver, but other watches where the crown will pull out easily and you swap your time. That's why I really like a screw down crown or crown guards.
Yeah.
Let's look at the complications real quick. And there's another reason I love this watch. One, I love the flash of color on the bezels. It'll tie into the theme of the watch. So you see a yellow tip right here. You see 0 to 15 yellow. And this is a ceramic inlay on this watch, dude.
Pretty cool.
For the price, that's incredible. That's a sapphire crystal on this watch at that price.
Yep.
So Hiking did a pretty good job on this. The bezel, let's rate it. And it's going to be just like the Aquatimer bezel in shape and the notches that it has on there. I did cut my finger, by the way. Wasn't doing anything else. I said I might as well cut myself. I will say the bezel is 4.5 out of 5. Can you believe that? And keep in mind, some Seikos have come to table, and I have one here as a competitive option. And they rated less than that, maybe 3 to 3.5.
Seiko bezels they're kind of shitty.
Agree.
I have yet to see a really good one that I come away liking in like 5 years.
The dive watch community allows Seiko to get away with the bezels they put out. It is always an indicator of quality to me. The hands are really excellent, albeit they're not covered, but outlined in, you guessed it, shiny metal, which I detest. Would I change it in this watch? No, because the Lume is so outstanding. I would just put up with it. I think that seconds hand, we'll look at the Lume with super high production quality, as we're known for.
It's like a millimeter on each side. You wouldn't be missing out on that much.
But if you painted those hands white, dude, that thing would pop really hard. Every time you see the shiny metal, you go, well, that's not going to make a big difference. And then, do I have an example here? Well, yeah, here's this one right here. So here's a Sterling Aviator 4003.3, and it's a Zenith homage, speaking of homages. And look, I painted those hands. They were also covered in shiny metal.
Got that out?
Yeah, I did that one too. Show them that one. Here comes a Sea Anchor by Invicta. That's a Sea Hunter. I totally did that one. And I painted the Chrono Hand orange. So that looks way better than it did. Now, the thing about the Duka dive watch that you got to know, we'll put links to these watches below. Use them because we like making money for our hard work. We're independent reviewers, not paid off by anybody. Yeah, look at the freaking sharks on the back, dude. Huge win.
One.
Freaking hammerhead sharks on the back of the Duka. This is one of my mini rants. I always do. Like, put some type of sea creature on there, like that Seamaster that you had. The super cool Seamaster. Love that case back.
Hippocampus or whatever.
It's got like some sea creature on the back.
Yeah.
But you can't easily take that case back off. In fact, good luck. It might need a special tool. There's no notches.
That's where you're supposed to have that little
good luck
scrubby ball.
Yeah, I don't even know if that would do it. Look at this. It's got a merit badge, dude. Ocean tested. Did you see it?
It's cool.
Look at that. Ocean tested 2022. 10 bar. So the case back adornment is fantastic, but you will not readily take the case back off. These, as far as our information says, are powered by a Seiko NH35 movement, which is fantastic. For the price, amazing. Now, Invicta will do the same thing. Invicta will come around at this price point with a Seiko. They've done it.
I was going to quote him because it uses a Seiko movement imported from Japan. It is accurate time. So, hey, I'm going to say it might be an off-brand Seiko, but machines are machines, and together an NH35.
And that could be. It could be a knockoff. But all I care about is it durable?
Yeah.
Does it hack? It does. You see that. Does it hand wind? Yes, it does. Is it accurate? Yes, it does.
And I actually like not having the screw down on this for that.
Okay.
You can just reach up and give it a couple turns.
Okay, cool. Seconds hand is cool. The pip again. Let me see your blue version right here.
It's cute.
Look, it's the same one. So they have like a color contrasting the same one off here. This one's beautiful. Look at that beautiful blue starburst dial tying into the ceramic bezel. Really good bezel action on this. Good traction on it. Positive display date. Applied markers. See that? That's very dive-ish. They're also outlined in shiny metal. But real cool graduations. And do you guys notice there's no chapter ring here? Those do not have the standard chapter ring. They have an elevated ring around the periphery. See that? But it's not a chapter ring. So you have a very effective case base. Let's measure this. Totally scientific, totally accurate. Bet your life reliability. We'll call it 31 millimeter. 31 millimeters is what I'm seeing right here.
Good ratio.
That's pretty good for a relatively compact dive watch. Let's look at the bracelet. Solid link stainless steel on this value dive watch by Duka. Double clasp. 3 micro graduations to fine tune it as your wrist, I should say, will inevitably swell. Then we have not a stamped, but a machined clasp in this.
Yeah.
I really can't believe the quality they're providing with this, with a pin on it. So I dove it with a bracelet. I like the bracelet so much, and if you guys don't know, I'll tell you right now, I'm not a big bracelet guy.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Neither is TD. We're just not, it has to be, like, really makes sense with the piece. And with this, it makes sense. It looks good. Let me see how much sea wear I have on this one. Oh, dude, I got one right there. Look. Vulcan hit. I love diving these watches. So yeah, it's got some sea scratches on it, which makes me absolutely happy. Interesting thing about this, and this is cool. This is not a push pin adjustment for your Duka dive watch. They actually have screws.
Really?
You actually screw out the screws, so you don't have to fool around pounding them in with a hammer. It's a very easy bracelet to adjust.
That's perfect.
Very easy bracelet. Where did that one's just recessed. Yeah, that one's recessed deeper. I like it. I like everything about the bracelet. I'm pretty happy with it. Let me measure the weight on this. I'll do it on camera since I forgot my note page. I'm just winging all the details on this. Love this watch. So, did you buy one yet? Buy 2. 5.5. Can you guys see that? 5.5 ounces adjusted to my 7.5-inch wrist. The Duka dive watch. Let's review. Ceramic insert on the bezel, sapphire crystal, Seiko movement, 316L, stainless steel. Forgot to show you the profile. Looks pretty awesome, and I did measure it for you, so you saw that. Oh, the Lume. Let's show them the Lume before we go on to competitive options.
Best part.
So I'm going to use my O-Light right here. This is a beautiful blue, shiny blue S2R. I'll put an S2R link below. I hope they don't discontinue that light, by the way.
Well, I guess, is the S3R out?
No, it seems to me like the Mini Warrior is taking over.
Yeah.
The Mini Warrior is taking over, and they seem like they're eliminating the S2. But they're still on the website when we're filming this. Who knows what the future holds. Dude, the Lume on this, as I remember, fantastic. Look. Show yours. We didn't even charge yours up.
Yeah.
So it's just been sitting here taking in residual light. So that, to me, it's not BGW9. It's like the, kind of Super Luminova. I've been amazed. I mean, like, in the middle of the night, I had this by my bedside. It got residual charging, and I looked at it like 3 in the morning, and it's still totally legible.
It's better than some stuff we've seen at 10 times the price.
For a super value dive watch. And it looks great, super legible, competitive options. Well,
I mean, there's a ton, really.
Well, is there a ton at this price point, though? That's the caveat. The answer is there are some really good options. I'm going to have to reach back here in the watch bin.
Which, keep in mind, the price will vary a bit, but
it will.
Approaching this like a 2-digit watch. 2-digit, close to 3-digit price.
Well, I would say this watch right here, and the quality I'm getting with this watch, the Duka Diver, is on par with a $200 to $250 dive watch, like a Spinnaker. It's very similar to a Spinnaker, which I think I have a Spinnaker back here. I do.
Sure.
So here's a brass Spinnaker wreck. It seems like this. Maybe not as cool. I mean, the Spinnaker wreck is insane. That's a genuine Seiko movement. It doesn't have a ceramic bezel, but it has that cool aging and patina on it. Yeah. They have the Gentudes out now. I hope they never discontinue the wrecks. I'll put a link below to the wreck. It's awesome. This doesn't have a sapphire crystal, though.
Really?
That's a mineral crystal. I have a screen protector on that, bro.
I do notice that the bezel on the first gen one scratches pretty easy.
I've dove these too. I dove my blue one and it was fantastic. How about the Invicta Grand Diver? It's a really good competitive option. It's around the same price, maybe a little bit more. It might be around up to, I don't want to say a price because I'm always wrong, but this one's beautiful.
You can find them on some deals here and there.
Yeah.
It's like you see a lot of the diver line and the pro divers as well.
I don't want to say a price because if I say something insanely low, they're going to be so sad that they missed out on it. I love this. Then it has a signed rotor. Shows the NH35 movement in there. Look at how cool that is, dude. Really a good option. And this one, where did it go? The Pagani. There it is. Hands modded Pagani 007. So this is taken off on what, TD?
That's the Seamaster.
The Seamaster. It's taken off on the Seamaster.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this, dude, does that not look cool? Look at that. So it came with hollow hands. I taped the hands. So this is a Nutnfancy programmed special watch. It looks 1,000% better. But I don't think a lot of TMPers really care that the hands have shiny metal or hollow. They're not as, I don't know, anal as I am on the hand thing. But this is a great competitive option. It has the same movement. It has sapphire crystal. It's a 42 millimeter piece, so it's even smaller. Bezel rating is 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
For a value watch. And here I took the stainless steel strap off, signed the side of the case for hands modding. Look, 921 I hands modded that some bitch. Great NATO on that.
The one with the mesh strap on that. That one's more expensive by
Probably.
It's like another $50
Probably.
if you want the mesh.
You know what? This watch right here, when I got this watch and I started wearing it, it really changed my mind about 42 millimeter divers.
Really?
And watches in general. Because I enjoyed it so much. I was so glued to like bigger watches. I was like, I don't want to do that. But when I was wearing the Pagani, I was like, dude, I'm a fan. And TMPers who have bought this have commented to me in the Patreon environment, go, you were spot on the Pagani. I got 2 of them. They're super affordable, super fun. I love them. The one thing I love about the Pagani over the Duka is that I can take this case back off, obviously, and have. Oh my gosh, I even signed that rotor. Look at that, dude. I signed that rotor right there.
It's probably the same movement in the two of them, to be honest with you.
Probably.
Because look at when I shop for this, I see these two sold side by side in a lot of the same shops. I'm trying to see what
that says. I think that's a TMI, so that's a TMI movement, auto movement here, which does good work. TMIs are great. I said it was NH35. It's not. Doesn't matter. It hacks, it hand winds, and it's reliable. That's cool. So that's a competitive option. It's a company. TMI does it. And Invicta uses them a lot too. No, it's its own company. TMI, I forget what, Time Module Incorporated or something.
I think that is. It's a subsidiary of somebody.
Here comes an Invicta. This is a model, I got to read it off the back, 23067, and I'm not hands modding this. Mother of pearl. Get ready to get sad because I will tell you the price I paid on this. $49. $49? What? So that there's stainless steel they use is kind of soft. It'll scratch up pretty good. I don't really care.
That's kind of cool.
Bezel rating on this, 5 out of 5. Look at that, dude. Well, I'm going to ding it a little bit because that's not really cut sharp, that serration. So let's say 4 out of 5. We'll downgrade it just a little bit. But it's got sword hands.
3.
No, I'm sticking with 5.
I like leaving a lot
4.
of headroom for perfection in the future, even if I never see it.
I got to tell you, though, I've been on camera, and the bezels on the Invictas are insane. Look at that beautiful mother of pearl face on that. Wow. Just beautiful. Great competitive option. And in the ballpark for value. Other competitive option, I said I was going to show you a Seiko, and I am. It's right here if I can find it.
A 1982 Rolex Oyster.
No, this one is an SRPC 65 Kilo 1, the bottle cap diver. Dove it. Yeah, this is a great watch.
Is that from the new 5 series?
This is Seiko 5 Sports Series.
Oh, that's the older one.
It's sword hands, shiny metal, and what do you know? I haven't hands modded it. So there. Because let's show them the Lume on this. The Lume is really cool. That's one reason I don't want to hands mod this one. And I love this color. Look at that gunmetal gray.
Yeah.
Let's rate the bezel. 2 out of 5. It is shitty.
Yep.
It feels like there's Vaseline in it.
Well, it's just light. Like it feels worn.
It's not loud. Yeah, it does feel worn.
Yeah.
Their bezels are so shitty. I love the Coke bottle shape on it. I love the case work on it. Really cool watch. Hacking, hand winding. If I can find these at Joma Shop, I'll put a link below. Or maybe in Amazon.
You know, we can talk about Seiko some other time.
Yeah, this is going long enough. I want to show them the Lume on this just for heck of it, though. Yeah, crank that Perrin up. Look, he's got an Olight Perrin link below. Dude, move it around, too, so you can do the indices. Oh, my gosh. I think this is blue. Here we go.
Ooh, that would be cool.
I think it's blue.
Wherever that switch is.
No, I was wrong. Green. Still cool, though. Look at that. Citizen is blue, right? Citizen is. Great Lume. That's why I'm not going to hands mod this one. And let's see how our Duka's doing after sitting around for a while. Look, still going. Still going. All right, dudes, this is fun. Watch reviews are so fun. Hell, watches are fun.
Yeah.
Don't you look every day like, what watch am I going to wear? Yeah. What watch am I going to wear? What watch can I wear? Watch. Yeah.
When you sit there and say, yeah, I'll buy a beater. I'll buy one that I can go shovel some dirt with.
Yeah, exactly. This is a Gerber Sumo right here, dudes. Really cool knife. Super affordable. 5.2 ounces, as you can see.
It's been cool.
$37 is what I spent on this.
It's cool seeing the axis
And
spread.
I took it out and I thumped on it. So I tested it. Here's a Fireball OTF. It's a mini lightning. So precious. So precious. Link below. This Canadian patch was sent in by TMPer George Christakos. I hope you're still around, bro. I'm showing your patch. Please, as a reminder, don't send me anything ever. But they do. They continue to do it.
Too much stuff.
We were saying off camera how many watches is too many watches. And my contention is, TD and I are having this discussion, if you're in the value watch category, $300 or below, I would say 100 watches is not outrageous. I think that's totally reasonable.
Yeah. I think I'm at 18 right now.
And I'm talking over time, you don't buy them all the time, like all at once. But I'm over a period of years, if you acquire and use and wear your watches, here's a Wagner Roadster, hands modded by myself. That's my daily wear today. Love it, with that very cool blue and red NATO strap. If it's making you happy, then it's money well spent, says me. That's a watch show. Tune in again. Thanks to the donors who make all this possible. See ya.